Alright, YouTubers, got a Honda mower to work on here. Missing the decals on it, but it's okay. The brand new cable for drive is not hooked up, and the major problem with it, I'll explore this problem with you guys, is the wheels lock up while it's driving. You know, you're mowing the grass. Sometimes it'll lock up right away, and sometimes you can mow half the lawn and then it'll lock up. And I'm not sure exactly what's going on or what it is. I was pushing it from the other side of my house to over here, and it seems like it's that wheel that's locking up. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to pull both sides off. It also seems like it's really dry. It seems like it needs grease, possibly. I don't think that's the problem, but it could be part of the culprit. Plus, as you can see, it's had lots of wear on it. You know, there's a gearing system inside the wheel. Like there's teeth on the outside, on the inside of the rim, the outside, inside, you know. And then there's a gear that meshes with it. Well, sometimes I'm gonna guess that those gears on the outside are a pretty well history, so I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna need new back tires. I have to order those. That's always fun. But we're gonna get it apart here and see exactly why it's doing what it's doing. Alright, so we got the wheel off that. I got the left side off that I was thinking we had the problem with, and I don't think this washer was floating around in there. I think this washer was right here when I pulled it off, because that washer really doesn't look touched. There's a second washer in here. It has bite marks out of it. As you can see there, it's been pretty well beaten up. Little plastic shavings in here. The outside has wear marks on it. Both the gears are just fine, but it looks like, you know, it'd start floating around and you're pushing the mower, it'd start kind of floating around until I guess it met with this gear, and it would catch on and bind up. So that's probably just the problem right there. I'll just chuck that. These bearings are just dry. I don't think they're really supposed to have anything in them, but I'm gonna knock all this plastic shavings out. Oh, the bearing just came off. But alright, so we're gonna throw this back on here now. Sink that in the middle. I'm gonna put the washer in there, whether it was floating around in there or not. I'm gonna throw it back on. Use it anyways. I'm gonna throw this wheel back on. I'm gonna disassemble the other side, just out of curiosity. I am gonna put just a dab of grease on this gear and a dab of grease on that gear. Sometimes people say, you know, it's the best to keep those dry. Some people say it's best to put a little grease on them. I'm gonna put a bit of grease, reassemble it, get to the other side. Alright, so yeah, there were two washers on the other side. There's the bent looking one to fit everything tight, and then the flat one. You can see somebody's been in this one and greased it up. This is what you call too much grease, squished out from between the teeth. But looks like somebody's had this apart before, and when they reassembled it, it didn't go back together exactly right. So I'll put a smidge of grease on this side as well and reassemble it and test it out and see if it works. Alright, so it functions perfectly now. Start it up for you, pull the choke off. No problem. I wonder what kind of oil you put in it. I wonder if it's overfilled, because it smokes every single time I start it up. Hondas are kind of known for smoking pretty bad when they're overfilled. But you never overfill them. But I think this might be the case on this one. Nope, it's not overfilled. I could use some oil. So, looks like the rings might be a little worn. I'll put oil additive in here. I'll put it in on camera and start it up and see if it helps. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and flush the oil out. Put some seafoam in there this time and let it run up to temperature. Drained it out, and he told me he just changed it, but when I drained a little bit out to check it, it was there's a shiny metallic to it, so it probably wasn't the correct weight of oil, and it was prematurely wearing the engine out. Plus, it really wasn't all that clean. You can see that metallic shine in there, hopefully. Yeah. You can see that metallic-y shine. So, found it up with some Valvoline Max Life High Mileage 10W40. That's what I use in Honda engines. Can check the how full it is right now. It's about halfway on the dipstick. I'm gonna put some Lucas heavy-duty oil stabilizer in here. It's about as thick as honey. You can see that. Really goopy stuff. It's going down real slow like, but it's about right there on the dipstick. You can see that. Topping the rest of it off with that stuff. It's about 25 to 50%. It says in engines. Let's see. Diesel, gasoline, or high performance use 20% of capacity. Example: 1 quart. Stabilizer, so on and so forth. Badly worn engines, 60% system capacity used in every oil change. So, with it smoking the way it is, it kind of seems like it's badly worn, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm just gonna put some of that in there, whether it be 25, 50, probably close to about 35% instead of 25, but it all works. I'll start it up first time with that new oil in it for you. Just a second. Alright, let's see how she acts now. Oh, that's right. Fuel's off. Turn the fuel back on. I do a little bit of white smoke. The white smoke is little overdosage of seafoam in the gas. It runs just fine. I just thought I'd throw a little bit in there to see if I can clean anything out that might need to be cleaned. really didn't see any smoke at all. I saw a little bit of black at the very end of it throttling up, but that's normal for a Honda. But the smoke of it consuming oil is really gone. I've always in Hondas, I've always used either 10W30 or 10W40. I usually use 1040 high mileage in them, whether they're old or brand new. It treats the engine a little bit better. It always seems to run a little smoother, a little quieter. And then I've got that Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer in there as well. I'll let the customer know I got that in there. Call him up and tell him he can come pick it up. It's ready to go. Nothing more that needs to be fixed on it other than possible blade sharpening. Check that real quick. Yeah, those are real dinged up blades. So looks like it needs a good oil sharpening. Got some gas coming out on the other side. That's lovely. Coming out of the oil filter or the air filter. It's a lot of gasoline. Alright, sweet. If there's anything else on it, I'll let you guys know. But this will probably be the end of the video. So hope you have a good one, YouTube. See you later. Bye.